Greetings, peace and blessings. I'm the Moon Mama. Happy Saturday. Wow. It is, so today is a Saturn day. And Saturn is the planet that governs our karma and our cause and effect and the earth reality. The thing to understand about Saturn and karma is that on this earth realm, in the 3D reality, everything is cause and effect. What you do comes back, what you put out comes back to you. It's like it's this call and response with the universe through your vibration, through your frequency, through your internal reality, your thoughts, your subconscious. It's not even the thing, it's not like you flipping somebody off and being like fuck you, or that's a part of it, but it's the deeper internal things. And I just have to say right now, like, I know at the deepest core of myself that everything is well, that God is all that there is, that we are going through something in this country and in our personal lives, that at the core of it, God is here, and that it is divinely ordained. This is a divine meeting we're having in this nation with what's going on. And then the human part of me is like, what the entire fuck? Shit. What the entire fuck? Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Y'all, we are in it. We are in it. And we are in this, Saturn is in Capricorn, and Capricorn governs our social structures and our government structures, our social systems and our government systems. And Pluto has been there since 2007, has been moving through, and Pluto is the destroyer. It's the devil. It's literally bringing everything down. It's like a bomb. So our old way of functioning is really coming undone. And, we see it play out in the media, in our government, in our lives. We're seeing it playing out, but it's starting inside of us. It's a deep thing that goes on inside of us. It's almost like if you remember that childhood story, that little myth story about the princess and the pea. And it's the story about a princess who was sleeping on a stack of mattresses, like, 20 mattresses or so. And she couldn't sleep because there was a pea on the very first layer of the mattress, and that little pea was keeping her from being able to sleep. So just imagine that's what's going on with us. Like, there is these deep, unsolved, unfinished perspectives and ways of beings and thought processes that were at the early seeds of this nation that have just now grown until we can no longer hold together what we have been, because it's disruptive. There's a disruption occurring. And so it's occurring through us, though. It's occurring like, for me, I've never believed in the systems that have worked here. So I've participated, but I've always known, like, this is a lie. Like, this person is saying this politically, but then they do this. And, these people are talking about religion and saviors and Jesus and Buddhas like this, but then there's actually this other reality over here. Like, I've always known that the way we live our lives, the way we hold things are not truth. And I'm not the only one. Millions of us have known that. And so, millions of us know that racism is ridiculous, and million of us know that the way we educate our children and have been educated, these systems don't work. Millions of us know that the systems and the things that we ascribe to are not, that they're really not justifiable or sustainable. We've all known it, right? So that's a cause and effect. It's like, when you do something that you're kind of doing half-hearted because you know that you're doing it to just get along, or you're doing it because everybody said it should be, or you're doing it because you don't know what else to do. But there's a cause and effect in that, because that other part, that other doubt, that other uncertainty is still a part of the equation. And that also has to sprout. That also has to give life. So we are shifting in this country. And yesterday, Supreme Court Justice Ruth Ginsburg made a transition. And the karma of this nation is really going to be showing forth really, really significantly. And so, like I said, the part of me that's divine and God, Goddess, knows this is perfect. We're right where we're supposed to be. We are on time. And then the part of me that's my ego and that's human is like, what the entire fuck, people? What are we doing? And so the work is for us to clean up our own karma in this. And how to do that is through self-forgiveness. You know, one of the things that I like to ask myself is how have I participated in the systems of this country blindly, without asking questions, um, pretending? How have I participated? What's my karmic influx in this? And then how can I clean it up? One of the ways that I know that I participate is by buying into the Western idea of things, right? So there was a long time when I believed that I was less than because I was a Black woman. I have to forgive myself for that, because that's something that I totally bought into because of the narratives of this nation, and it's absolutely not true. There were times when I believed that God was not present with me because of my buy-in to Christianity that says that I'm a sinner, you know, if I don't believe or participate in certain ways. I have to forgive myself for that. You know, there's a part of me that has believed in competition and that somebody else is less than I am, or I'm more than somebody else, or I'm less than somebody else. And all of that is a part of this Western system of superiority and inferiority and sexism and all that. So I have to do the work to forgive myself for that. Just all the ways, you know, because of how detailed I am in my consciousness, and because I've been studying this stuff for a very long time, I see so many ways that I have practiced, you know, not loving my body because I've been comparing it to, you know, somebody who's a 20-something-year-old, or, you know, not loving my wisdom or the struggles or the challenges of my life because I've been comparing it to somebody who that I perceive to have privilege in some way. You know, all the ways that I've been against myself, all of that stuff, I need to forgive myself and clear it. And, you know, one of the things that I see in women, one of the ways that I forgive myself as a woman, is this belief that I am in need of a man to save me or to rescue me, that I'm not enough on my own, that I'm not significant enough, that I have to have somebody to really rescue me. And in that, I betray myself, because the gifts of womanhood are the most powerful the universe has to offer in a human body. So I have to forgive myself for that. There's something that I see women do that I do also, and I have in the past, where women, what do I want to say that we do? Where we speak about men in these ways of like they're not equal to us, you know, like that they don't understand, or they don't get it, or they're immature in some way, or you know, they're game playing, like all these notions of the dances between the masculine and the feminine that are filled with distrust and disloyalty and limited vision. All of that is conditioning, and I have to forgive myself for that, because all of that's the Western world's way of keeping us small and outside of our natural power and gifts, and understanding the magnitude of how powerful we are, how creative we are. We don't understand that our thoughts truly are creating our reality. And so today the moon is void this morning until 11:30, void in Libra. And the void moon in Libra is asking us to see our relationship to others, right? How do we relate to others? I know for this Libra moon, I've been really looking at how I the story I'm telling about relationships and how limited they are. One of the things that is so challenging for me as I understand astrology and cosmology and work to really embody the spiritual principles of cause and effect, and that this is a mental reality and that everything is vibration, is understanding that everyone in our lives are teachers and a reflection of us in some way. And because the Western world creates these narratives around love that are so limited, like, what are you doing for me and what are you giving to me, and he didn't do this and he didn't do that, and I want this and I need this, and all that is so bullshit. It's so, like, I call it navel picking relationships where we're just here to pick each other's navels and just ego based relating, ego based loving, which is not a real thing at all. There is no such thing as ego based loving, because the ego loves nothing but itself. But I've been working to forgive myself and see the ways that I've been in this ego-based needing and partnering, and asking myself, what's the bigger picture here? What's the real meaning? That's what the West does. The West does that to keep us out of the deeper experience of love, and opening myself into the understanding that every person in my life is a soul agreement, is a soul contract in some way, especially love relationships, especially romantic relationships, lovers, sexual partners, that there's something there that is to be learned, to be garnered. There's a power that we're here to share with one another, to support one another in healing and transformation, and to come at it from this very small sort of, I own you, I need you, you didn't call me, is a betrayal to ourselves. And so I'm asking myself to really move into my relationships with purpose. What are we here to do? How are we here to serve one another? How are we here to serve the collective? And that's the energy of Libra, like, what is the purpose of these connections, these friendships, and to release the petty, small, self-seeking, appearance-driven need for relationship. All right, you all, please sign up for the Mars retrograde class. I am starting to work on the Mercury retrograde class now, and I'm going to have an incredible special guest teacher who is going to be teaching with us about Mercury retrograde, which starts October 14th. Mercury is retrograding in Scorpio. So we're going to be working with alchemizing your shadow energy. Literally, how do you take these very uncomfortable, shadowy energies and not run from them, but make them into something that helps you evolve and become who you're here to be. And so I am so excited to bring this class to you all in October. It's amazing, and the special guest, you guys are gonna love it. Okay, so use this day to look at your karma around your power and how you've been sharing power with another, the stories you tell, see how you understand. I know I'm starting to really learn that, and I knew this already, all of my relationships are past life relationships, all of them. And how can I really get the wisdom and the medicine of the soul agreements and contracts that I have with others, and move past this petty, small, what are you doing? All right, that's it. All right, peace and blessings. Have a wonderful Saturday. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.